You're supposed to be able to close that off.
I think each one has.
What's that?
Who is saying
Peggy was doing it. She's doing the videotape straight on, so that could be what it is.
All right. I know she's
Let her do the recording tonight.
that's fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Once again, good evening. It is my pleasure to now declare the chapter 2024 in session. And I call upon Barbara O'Neill to call us to prayer.
We gather here this night in this sacred time and this sacred place to undertake work that is sacred. And so I encourage us to enter into the silence and to tune into the frequency of the spirit, if you will. Most of us remember what it was like having a radio and you had to tune the dial just right, yes? Because if you a little too far to the right or a little too far the other way, you got static. But if you had it honed. Well, I have to share with you that working with the prayer committee, it was an amazing honor. But what we found over all of these months of praying together and working together is that we were tuned to the same frequency. And it would be, I don't know how to describe the, you can call it coincidence, synchronicity, whatever, but it flowed. And so our deepest wish for you is that you can open your heart and your mind and to enter into, tune that dial to the frequency that the Spirit is obviously telling us that all of us need to be tuned into. Our hope is that the prayer that unfolds over the week just opens the space for you to encounter God's love, the Spirit, however you are meant to encounter her. So with that, just call you to a moment of silence to relax, breathe deep. Resting in the awareness of your breath transforms your life into a living meditation.
Good evening. From Isaiah. Do not remember the former things or consider the things of old. I am about to do a new thing. Haré algo nuevo. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert.
The roll call. Please respond. Gail Addis.
Present.
Margaret Alant.
Present.
Elaine Aldridge.
Present.
Agnes Anderson.
Present.
Maria Antonia Ardanas Diaz.
Present.
Carmen Amanta Alora.
Present.
Anne Marie Asquith. Alice Baker.
Present.
Barbara Beasley. Judith Ponini. Camille Brulard.
Present.
Diane Brown.
Present.
Kathleen Bodeski.
Present.
Carolyn Campbell.
Present.
Paula Cathcart.
Present.
Angela Serta
Present.
Margaret Chapman.
Present.
Paula Cooney. Diane Teresa Kuzno. Judy Coyle.
Present.
Evelyn Craig.
Present.
Anne Crimmins.
Present.
Marie Cyril DeLisi. Present. Corrine Etheridge.
Present.
Maureen Field.
Present.
Teresa Fix. Elizabeth Fleckenstein.
Present.
Margaret Gaffney. Marianne Gaynor.
Present.
Margaret Gerhart.
Present.
Kathy Grush.
Present.
Mary Catherine Hamilton.
Present.
Mary Jane Erb.
Present.
Mary Ann Hinsdale.
Present.
Helen Ingalls.
Present.
Carol Janowick. Mary B. Keeley. Carol Kelly. Maureen Kelly. Valerie Canucci.
Present.
Therese Cunard.
Present.
Maxine Kolish,
Present.
Joan Cusack,
Present.
Rosange Letty,
Present.
Betty Leon,
Present.
Susan Mahalik,
Present.
Ann Meminsky,
Presented.
Marianne Markle,
Present.
Patricia McCluskey,
Present.
Marie Miller,
Present.
Lynn Molenhauser,
Present.
Joan Muma,
Present.
Anne Marie Murphy,
Present.
Barbara Northrup, Kathleen O'Brien,
Present.
Ann I'm sorry,
Present.
Kathy Underbecky,
Present.
Barbara O'Neill,
Present.
Peg O'Shea, Lysandra Pedraza. I'm killing some of these names, I'm sorry. Marianne Penner,
Present.
Genevieve Petrick,
Present.
Kate Pierce,
Present.
Lenore Pochelski,
Present.
Marjorie Paulus,
Present.
Sandra Pupart Valenti, Susan Ricosi, Candace Reckart,
Present.
Marianne Riley,
Present.
Gloria Rivera,
Present.
Ellen Rinke, Janet Ryan,
Present.
Sue Sadler,
Present.
Peggy Schmidt, Sandra Schneider, Kathleen Schultz, Mary Ellen Sheehan, Kay Shiskaitis, I'm sorry, Yvonne Spinozo, Annette St. Amour,
Present.
Barbara Stambridge,
Present.
Monica Stulrider,
Present.
Nancy Sylvester,
Present.
Audra Turnbull,
Present.
Mary Fran Euchre,
Present.
Julie Vieira,
Present.
Marie Rebecca Vanderhart, Gretchen Webb, Judy Weicker, Barbara Zimmer.
Present.
Jane Azeltine, Barbara Bachi Yokovich, Juanita Bernard, Linda Deline, Angela Hibbert, Mary Ellen Hotkins, Betty Jane Schlutzer, Schlesser,
Again, welcome to Chapter as we gather in the spirit of Teresa Maxis. As we come together, let us honor her pioneering spirit, which continues to inspire us to this day. We know she was a remarkable woman of deep faith, possessed an unwavering commitment to justice and a tenacious courage that propelled her forward. Today, we come together to embrace the spirit of daring, risking, and dreaming that she embodied. It is in this spirit that we face the future, ready to embark on new journeys, explore uncharted territories, and push boundaries of what is possible. We gather aware of our global community as we enter this time. There are over 100 conflicts going on within our world. Particularly, we remember the people of Haiti, of Ukraine, Gaza, Israel, and Iran. Yes, there are challenges in this beautiful yet fractured world. There are also opportunities abound as we look to the future. Our ability to connect across the global community is enhanced by virtual gatherings. There is much to learn about AI, as I learned because the first paragraph, I used AI to construct that. But believe me, the rest of the remarks are my own. As we come together, we also remember those who have left us within the past 6 years. I'm grateful for Jennifer Meacham from our Archives Department that put that together. So we gather with this community of saints that have gone before us. We also gather with almost 100 other sisters that join us either from the IHM Senior Living Community or from a distance. The words of the prophet Isaiah present an invitation to us. Behold, I am about to do something new. See, I already have begun. Do you not see it? This is our invitation as we come to chapter. Daring, risking, dreaming. Over the course of the almost 175 years, there are many examples of the women that have gone before us that accepted this invitation. Establishing the community of Monroe, building the Mother House during the Depression, selling the farms, Vatican II and Proposition C, which invited our women to explore new ministries, the overseas missions, associate program, Affirmation 10, sustainability, changing our governance structure. I'm sure there are others that cross your mind. Just take a minute or two, and who are those women that have exemplified that invitation? We are aware of our demographics, but our demographics should speak more to us than just numbers. As we look around this room, we observe our reality. The recent issue that we shared with you of occasional papers presented much to think about as we gather in this space. Mary Oliver's words, "My work is loving the world," can frame us living into a new reality. Recognizing the value of being a presence of love in our world, no matter what stage in life, might be our call at this time. I encourage us to shift our thinking from a scarcity mentality to one of abundance. I challenge us to move to an inner journey as a congregation, where the invitation may be to recreate ourselves as a congregation, with the invitation to reflect on our identity. Over the past several years, necessity invited us to change our governance structure, which we will approve at this chapter. We did so because the mission circles were getting smaller, and there were fewer people to serve as reps. Yet, necessity is the mother of invention. We wish to have assemblies of the whole, where we invite participation as able of all of our community. I hear adaptive leadership emerging. Perhaps without the intention, we chose to gather and develop relationships with one another through participation in assembly and in co-journers groups. We speak of faithfulness to our charism, living the liberating mission of Jesus. Yet I believe we are invited to broader perspectives as we look to the future of religious life. Can we witness to the reality of religious life with a sense of hope as we look to the future? As we will see, the focus on relationships and adapting to change calls us into the future. Mark Clark, in an article he wrote in July of 2023, said the reality of COVID led our global community to a moonshot. A moonshot is the founding principle of risking and walking into the unknown. A similar insight was offered by Pope Francis when he said, "We are not emerging the same and are facing with choosing how to move forward. This is our task at Chapter. Let us not emerge from this gathering the same." To do so, according to Clark, is to think as pioneers, to create a culture of risk-taking and learning and alignment through collaboration. At every chapter, we hear the words, "This is a new moment." How many have heard that before? This truly is a new moment for us as a congregation and for us to give witness to the future of religious life. I'd like to return to an image that I've used earlier, that of a trapeze artist, letting go and trusting in a liminal space. Let's take a look at a video of a trapeze artist in slow motion. As you may have noticed, one person lets go and reaches for the other. Our reality is not an either-or mentality, caring for our retired sisters or focusing on those in active ministry. It is a both and. We are one community, together reaching out to our shared future. In the moment one trapeze artist lets go, there is trust, and there's also vulnerability, to which I invite all of us these days. At this in-between moment of Chapter, let us trust in our provident God with the Spirit guiding us these days. I find myself returning to my LCWR presidential address, in which I quoted Margaret Brennan. Our readiness to risk the future can occur, it seems to me, only if we have travelers' hearts. Let us embrace travelers' hearts. The poet, Apollinaire, also offers us a challenge and encouragement. "Come to the edge," life said. "We can't. We're afraid," they responded. "Come to the edge," life said. "We can't. We will fall," they responded. "Come to the edge," that life said. And so they came, and Chapter pushed them, and they flew. Let us go forward these days, daring, risking, and dreaming.
Beloved is Where We Begin by Jan Richardson. If you would enter the wilderness, Do not begin without a blessing. Do not leave without hearing who you are. Beloved, named by the one who has traveled this path before you. Do not go without letting it echo in your ears. And if you find it is hard to let it into your heart, do not despair. That is what this journey is for. I cannot promise this blessing will free you from danger, from fear, from hunger or thirst, from the scorching of sun or the fall of the night. But I can tell you that on this path, there will be help. I can tell you that on this way, there will be rest. I can tell you that you will know the strange graces that come to our aid only on such a road as this, that fly to meet us, bearing comfort and strength, that come alongside us for no other cause than to lean themselves toward our ear, and with their curious insistence, whisper our name. Beloved, beloved, beloved.
Winter is the oldest season. Quietly beneath the snow, seeds are stretching out and reaching, faithful as the morning glow. Carry nothing but what you must. Let it go, shake off the dust. Today is now, tomorrow beckons. Keep practicing resurrection. Shadows of this world will say there's no hope, why try anyway? Every kindness, large or slight, shifts the balance toward the light. What is wide and open wide? And don't just walk when you can fly. Justice seems in short supply. Let beauty be our truest guide. this world will say. There's no hope, why try anyway? Every kindness, large or slight, shifts the balance toward the light. Where I pray at eventide, all I've done, be put aside. When forgiveness is hard to find, help me at least to be kind.
We do have a couple orders of business to tend to this evening. One is the approval of the chapter body of the recording secretary and the tellers. So I'd like to propose that Monica Tolinsky, our general secretary, be the recording secretary for the chapter. All in favor, raise your hand. Any opposed? Monica, you can't raise your hand. Any abstain? Okay. The second is to choose our two tellers, and by our constitutions, the tellers are the two youngest in profession. So I'd like to propose that Lynn Moldenhauer and Audra Turnbull be our tellers for the meeting. All in favor, raise your hand. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, just as a matter of information, that during this time of chapter, whenever we have ballots submitted, we're going to have 4 women be collectors of those ballots. This is really for information for you. It doesn't need chapter approval. And those collectors will be Margaret Allant, Monica Stuhlreiter, Annette St. Amour, and Julie Vieira. So a couple announcements. One is that there is an announcement board. It's out as you walk in the hallway. And please feel free, if you want groups to meet, put the announcements up there. If there is a lost and found, put that up there. The first thing on that lost and found is find Jane's phone, because Jane lost her phone. It has a blue case, and there will be a slight reward. There is tomorrow when you, is that it there? Thank you. I got my hopes up. There will be a sign-in sheet on the table outside the chapter room, because we want to make sure that whenever we have a vote count needed, that we'll have the correct number of delegates present on the premises. So there will be a sign-up sheet. All your names are listed, and you just have to check morning or afternoon. So please do that before you come into the chapter room in the morning. It's still a lovely evening. The night is still young, so we have the hospitality room open in 213, and we have a special activity for tomorrow. So 216? Yep, 216. That was in my phone. So we have Kathy Onderbeck, who's carrying the Olympic torch and wants to explain the events for tomorrow night.
So first, one of the most asked questions so far, how athletic do I have to be? 0. Okay, we're looking for 6 to 15 people per team. Most of the events can be done from a seated position. Just bring yourself, your good nature, and you're ready to have fun, and we'll be ready to go. We hope to have the opening ceremonies begin promptly at 7:45, and we will have the Parade of Nations then. So come join us. Everything is here in this room.
Thanks.
Hey, sign up.
The sign-up sheets are on the table outside, clipboards. Sign your name.
And there's a cap.
Okay, just a reminder that breakfast tomorrow is available in the restaurant downstairs. We have a buffet downstairs, and we'll have, I think, the whole restaurant to ourselves. Okay, and we will begin promptly tomorrow morning with prayer at 9. So have a good evening, and let the chapter begin.